Mabry came in with the Kennedy Carter body slam heard around the world. Just
that pressure, that spotlight, they couldn't get away with continuing to do this. Caitlin Clark deserves love, not just respect, love.
These little angry black women, and this is a group of little white girls on the Connecticut Sun. She's not scared of any of them. And so she snatched Jay Sheldon by the back of her hair to let the entire league know.
Stephen A. Smith just said something that could flip the WNBA upside down, and he wasn't talking about a game-winning shot. He's talking about a federal investigation into women's basketball. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark getting fouled hard.
That's the thing, and I understand college is college, pros is pros. But at the end of the day, these two players, you can hate a player from college and you can still hate them in the pros.
And as she was reeling from that, Marina Mabry came in with the Kennedy Carter body slam heard around the world. Just
It's about millions in ticket sales, gambling money, and the league's image all being on the line. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Could this really drag President Trump into the fight? And what would that even mean for the WNBA's future? Let's break down why Stephen A. thinks the government has a case, and why it's catching fire fast. What if the most valuable player in the league isn't just getting defended hard, but actually targeted?
Slammed into the side of Caitlin Clark and sent her viciously flying to the floor. Now, of course, many of you were like, can we ban her?
Jumped on top of Caitlin Clark, kind of grabbed her, and Caitlin Clark kind of swung back at her. Like, these two players have had battles, and nobody can bring out the demon in Caitlin Clark. Like,
that's the question hanging over every Fever game right now. Caitlin Clark plays a brand of basketball that sells out arenas. She pushes the pace, threads passes through traffic, drains deep threes without hesitation, and makes it look easy. That mix of vision and scoring ability is why she's the biggest draw in the WNBA right now. The player little kids copy on the driveway and the name plastered all over billboards. But the same spotlight that's turned her into a star seems to have made her a target. The Kennedy Carter incident wasn't your regular hard screen or box out. It was off the ball, away from any action, and it came with a shoulder that sent Clark spinning.
if you look at the women's hooping page, the two most common people for fighting are Marina Mabry and Sophie Cunningham. And the two of them being on the same court, I mean, anything can happen.
Send the rest of the league a message. The WNBA missed an opportunity to take that. By the way, referees completely bleeped that whole thing up. I mean, they effed it up.
You watch the replay and it's obvious, there's no play being made on the ball. Carter's eyes aren't on the pass, not on her player, just a quick step and slam into Clark's side. That's why people call it not a basketball play. It looked more like something out of frustration than defense. Clark hit the floor, the crowd gasped, and the officials gave the usual foul. But nothing about it felt handled. Then came Diamond DeShields. This wasn't a brush on the arm or a clean strip at the rim. Clark was driving inside, trying to turn the corner, and DeShields lowered her body straight into her path. The contact wasn't just solid, it stopped Clark in her tracks like a football tackle. A chest-to-chest thud, arms crossing her movement, and Clark staggered backwards. On a basketball court, that's rare. On a football field, that's standard form.
That pressure, that spotlight, they couldn't get away with continuing to do this. Caitlin Clark deserves love, not just respect, love.
These little angry black women, and this is a group of little white girls on the Connecticut Sun, she's not scared of any of them. And so she snatched Jay Sheldon by the back of her hair to let the entire league know.
But here, it forced her to readjust mid-game, shaken and frustrated. If those were one-offs, maybe it's just bad luck. But go back and watch the stretches against Marina Mabry, where every cut Clark made came with an arm check or hip bump a step late. Or the sequence with Tina Charles, where she's chasing a rebound and gets a forearm across the upper body hard enough to send her off balance before she can get her hands set. The hits don't all look the same, but the pattern is there: extra contact, away from the ball, and in moments that don't match the normal rhythm of the game. Line them up in a timeline and it's a story that plays out in slow motion. Carter's collision early in the season, the Mabry bumps a few games later, Charles sliding in with another above-average shove, then the DeShields drive stopper. Spread over weeks, it creates the picture of a rookie who's being delivered a different version of welcome to the league than most. Even players have hinted it's happening. Sophie Cunningham talked about how Clark might be getting special attention on the floor, and that some opponents take pride in sending a message.
Kathy Engelbert, get some real referees and fire every one of them mother scooting sons of bees out of there. Get them out.
Person that's got that cachet, that marketability, that could have been selfish, was selfless, and thought not just about herself, but everybody. And because of that
kind of talk isn't about hard competition, it's about a mindset in the locker room where knocking around the star player is almost part of the game plan. At this point, the debate isn't whether Clark can handle physical play. She's proven she can bounce up and keep competing. The bigger issue is whether player safety is slipping down the priority list. The league has rules for unnecessary contact and flagrant fouls, but they don't seem to be stopping the escalation.
Mabry came in with the Kennedy Carter body slam heard around the world.
She got her fine, and I wonder if, like, Marina Mabry will make more money. She's infamous as well. Like, I talked about this in my Sophie Cunningham video earlier. Like, these players are infamous.
And when the most marketable player is taking hits that risk injury in games where the ball isn't even in her hands, you have to start asking, if the league can't protect its star, who else will? Stephen A. Smith isn't pulling this out of thin air. There's actually a game plan for the federal government to step into situations like this. He flat out said the government could have a case here, and honestly, that's not as far-fetched as it sounds. When you look past the basketball court and see the money and marketing behind Caitlin Clark, you start to understand why this could get real serious, real fast.
Clark now has an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that will include her own signature shoe. The deal is the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player.
Kind of got into a flow and played a little bit more in transition. We were a lot more successful, and then obviously Lex was amazing. I don't know if we missed the shot in the fourth quarter.
Think about it, Clark isn't just a rookie scoring points. She's at the center of a multi-million-dollar operation built around her face, her highlights, and her